What is up, my broskies? Welcome back to the Brosums channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about Battlefield 5 or Bullshit 5 or whatever you want to call it. BS5, doesn't even matter. And it's been getting a lot of criticism lately because of the way they approach the customization in the game. And a lot of people are saying they took away from the World War II theme, or the World War II. It's not portraying World War II correctly or something like that. And I mean, you know, a lot of people are complaining about that, but when you look at it in like perspective to Battlefield 1, it's really not that far off. In fact, all they did was just add more customization and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I'm for it or against it. I'm just saying it's a Battlefield game, guys. You're not playing a World War II simulator. This isn't Red Orchestra 2 or Post Sciptum or something like that. It's a Battlefield game. In the end, it's just a game, guys. It's not like you're playing some kind of simulator or something like that. And I'm not too sure why people are getting upset over it. I mean, for example, take a look at Battlefield 1. I'm using this freaking MG gun over here, this machine gun that, you know, you wouldn't be seeing a soldier running gun with. I mean, everyone in the game has automatic weapons and all these experimental weapons and just crazy loadouts that just not even close to World War I. And the way that the game plays out is just nothing close. It's legit people running into buildings and shooting people up and just running out in the open and you know, sniping and stuff. There's like no tactics. There's no, you don't see any of the trench warfare aspect. You don't see any of the gas attacks or anything like. I mean, there's freaking gas grenades and incendiary grenades. I mean, if you take a look at it, guys, it doesn't portray World War I accurately at all. Much like Battlefield 5 won't portray World War II at all. It's just a shooter set in a World War II genre, or a shooter set in a World War I genre, or a modern shooter like Battlefield 4 or something like that. It's not a simulator, guys. Like I said, you're not playing Red Orchestra 2. If you're looking for like a simulator game or something that really portrays World War II, I mean, try Red Orchestra 2 or Post Sciptum or something like that. But I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to say that the people don't have the right to criticize Battlefield for their decision and stuff. I'm just saying, I mean, if you just look at it in perspective, I don't think the main issue is with the customization and stuff. I think it's the lack of conformity. I mean, if you take a look at the Battlefield 1 characters, I mean, everyone looks roughly the same on the same faction. You don't have to worry about people looking too out of ordinary. They kind of look like they're from World War I, but they really don't, in all honesty. They don't really have the, you know, accurate, I mean, they have somewhat accurate uniforms. They look more World War I than they would probably Battlefield 5. I do think Battlefield 5 did take the customizations a little bit too far. I mean, if you take a look at some of the customizations, I mean, you can't even tell they're a soldier, which is, I think, the main problem most people are having. And I can agree with that. They don't even look like soldiers. They took it too far. They don't even look like soldiers anymore. And I think that's kind of a problem. It's just, you know, it's just not even a, I don't even know how to say it. Like, it's just not World War II at all, I guess. But then, you know, then it just comes back to, it's just a game. I mean, if you take a look at the World War I characters, you know, they at least look like soldiers, and I think that's what people are trying to get at. So maybe if they made the customizations in Battlefield 5 a little bit more authentic, maybe, you know, made a little bit more conformity and stuff like that. Because in World War I, or in Battlefield 1, I mean, everyone kind of looks the same. Everyone, you can easily tell who's on whose side. I mean, they even have game modes where you have people, like, you don't have any of the tags. Like, you can't even tell who's friendly or enemy. You got to identify by the uniforms, and you're able to do that pretty well, actually. But with Battlefield 5, I don't really see that happening. Everyone's just going to look like their own character, which is what they're aiming for, so at least they did it. But everyone's just going to look too unique and they're just not going to look like soldiers. And that's pretty much where I'm at here. So, I mean, before you, like, go on criticizing Battlefield 5 for not resembling World War II, just take a look at Battlefield 1. I mean, I think a lot of people would agree that it was seems much better than Battlefield 5. But honestly, none of them represent any of the wars theaters that they're in. So I hope you guys understand my point there, what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say Battlefield 1 made the right or wrong decision. I'm just saying that they're just making another game, guys. That's all they're doing, and it's up to you if you want to buy it or not, like they said themselves. And I think a lot of people are going to buy it. I think people are going to look at the game and be like, you know, they're adding a lot of cool stuff. It sounds like it's going to be a good game. It's just the cosmetics. Oh man, they added cosmetics now. It's a terrible game all of a sudden. And I think people are just mainly concerned about the environment of the game, but honestly, I don't think it'll take too much away from it. Hopefully, by the end of its release or whatever, people will actually start looking like soldiers. Maybe. I think that's just like the only thing wrong with the game at the moment. Just people don't look like soldiers. They just look like, I don't know, it's crazy. They just look like people running around, like people you'd find on your everyday street, just running around. I mean, soldiers always have that. You know, it's about soldiers. It's like about conformity, really. I mean, that's what being a soldier is, just conforming. And I think Battlefield 1 got rid of that conformity thing, and you know, now everyone's different, and people are throwing a fit over that. And I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. We'll just have to see what happens. But honestly, I don't think it's gonna be the greatest thing for a World War II shooter. But I guess technically it's not a World War II shooter. It's just a shooter set in World War II, like I keep saying. But you know, we'll see what happens to it. But I do think Battlefield 1 will become a pretty good game. I mean, they're adding a lot of cool stuff. I like how it's going to be squad-based. I like how it's going to be more tactical. I don't know how the pacing is going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be a really fast-paced game. I was hoping they'd slow down the pace a little bit more, make it a little bit, more planning and stuff, and stick with your squad and actually surviving for a little bit with your teammates. But honestly, I think it's just going to be another run and gun. I don't think people are actually going to stick with their squads. They're just going to go to them when they need them. It's really hard to get people to actually stick with their squads. I don't know, like, unless you're playing a really slow-paced game, you're not really sticking with your squad. Like in Red Orchestra 2, no one's sticking with their squad. They're just sticking with everyone else. The only game I can think of where people actually stick with their squad is a game called Squad. I mean, that's what the game's about. And we'll see how it plays out in Battlefield 5. But I do think Battlefield 5 would be pretty good. We're going to see all the YouTubers make videos on it and stuff. They're going to be like, you know what, guys, it's not that bad, really. Or they'll be like, it's really bad, don't get it. But they're going to see them play it. Those people are going to go ahead and get the game. And that's going to be pretty much it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And hit that like button or don't, because a lot of you don't like to hit it. But until then, guys, I'll see you in my next one.